Hello everybody and welcome back here at Like a Pro. I'm your host Claudia and I'm going to be here today introducing another fantastic stream here at Adobe Live. So first of all, good morning everyone and thank you so much for joining us here at Adobe Live. And first of all, I wanted to say hi to everybody in the chat. I can see familiar faces and new faces. Let me know if you are new, if this is the first time that you're joining here at Adobe Live or at Like a Pro, so I can give you more information. As you probably know already, if you have been here with me before, I'm streaming from Manchester, UK, but I'm always very excited to know where everybody is watching from. And by the way, if you're watching from YouTube, make sure to head on behance.net/live or b.net/Adobe Live, so I will be able to actually read your comment, your questions, and reply to you, and of course say hi. But talking about saying hi, I'm gonna go ahead and start and say hi to Sam, Andreas, Robert, RB, what's up? It's been a while, nice to see you. Colby, nice to see you as well. Good morning, Odari, lovely to see you here. By the way, for those of you, go and check out Odari profile. We had a stream where it was under the artist spotlight not long ago, and we talked about the Scullies, and very kindly Odarius created a Scully for my profile as well. So thank you so much, and go and check out that profile. Nice to see you here. Fantastic. So for those of you, Kelly's asking, any plans to bring Adobe Spark to the main Creative Cloud plan? So the beauty of Spark is that you can access it online. I know we're already diving into Spark. Let's do this. I actually like it. I'm going to just go ahead and jump right away into my machine. Today we're going to be looking at Spark both on the desktop version but also on my mobile. So we're going to have some fun creating the Instagram story highlight cover. For those of you who are for the first time here at Like a Pro, this is kind of already the second season of Like a Pro. We are here working together. If you're looking to elevate your social media, create a logo, moving images, if you're starting a new business and you really want to focus on creating professional assets while having fun, well, this is the right place to be, and of course create the graphics and hang out with the wonderful Adobe Live community. So even if you're just starting, that's the right place to be together, and we're gonna have fun while creating professional graphics. And by the way, Like a Pro is every Thursday. So if you're interested in this kind of stream that is recurring every Thursday, kicking off at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. And here in the UK is 4:30 p.m. Actually 4:34 right now. I know Colby's watching from Florida. Giovanna from Arpana. Oh no, Arpana. For some reason, I thought it was like a place in Italy. Let me know. Mashahel is from Saudi Arabia. It looks like I needed a coffee. Fantastic. So let me know where you're watching from. I'm really excited to see where everybody's tuning in from. And let me go ahead and get started in the meantime. But again, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on the chat. So behance.net/live, b.net/live. That's the place to be if you want me to read your question, answer your question, and of course, say hi to all of you joining together the live. Fantastic. So today, as I say, we're going to be creating the Instagram highlight covers for the stories, for the story highlight. And I wanted to show you, probably we're going to create more than one because I want to show you different ways of creating them, from the most simple one, which is just to upload one of your photo, to a more complex one, which is to add some text. We have Christina from Denmark, Robert, Sweden, Gareth, Scotland. That's so exciting. Fantastic. So let's get started. And as you can see here, once you join Spark, you're going to see that first of all, we have different templates that we can start using in terms of sizes. So we have Instagram story, post, Facebook post, collage, and so on. Now, for an Instagram story highlight, go and take a note. The suggested size is 2000 pixels by 2000 pixels. But what happened? We don't have here anything that says Instagram cover. So what do? We're going to go ahead and either click on custom size or click on the blue plus icon in order to start a new project. And as you can see here, we can create custom size graphics. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in for everybody to see custom size graphic. And once we do so, all we have to do is to input our preferred width and height. As I said, 2000 by 2000 is the recommended by Instagram size for us to use. And we're going to go ahead and click on next in order to create a canvas that has this size. And as you can see, you already see that is a square. So it's a 1:1 aspect ratio. And we are going to start by creating different way, seeing different way in which we can create this story. So first of all, 2000 by 2000 pixels is the way to start. Then we can go ahead and do different things. So for example, if you have a brand, what I would strongly recommend is to choose your brand color and your brand font. So we can actually go ahead into our logos and select whatever brand. In this case, my business is called Print My Soul. So we can have the little logo there. And if you go into colors, we already have the colors that are saved for my brand. But what if you do not have a brand or you want to switch brand, you can go ahead and switch different brands. And this will apply automatically different colors, theme, and of course, make different colors and logos available. So as you can see, the logo automatically updated into the I Am Clary logo that I created a while ago here at Spark. So that could be already the very first way of creating your Instagram highlight. But if you do not have a brand, if you want to start from scratch, I'm going to do that with you together. So there are different ways, as I said, that we can do that. We can have an icon approach. And in that case, the first thing that I will do is to go ahead and choose a background first. And in this case, you can choose many different background. I really love all the geometric one. I think that they really give a little bit of an extra attention to the different graphics. And you can go ahead and click and select more in order to see more. You can, I'm quite in love with this tiles one. And again, you can keep it quite abstract if you're using the geometric shape. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this one because it has like a square in the middle. So I can already envision the chance of perhaps adding some text as well. So what I'm going to do is to click and drag the corner of the bounding box in order to resize it. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you one way in which you can do so. So here already have a geometric background, and all I'm left to do is to perhaps add some text depending on the different stories. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and click on the text tool here, look at it on the left on my toolbar inside Spark. And from the text, I'm going to go ahead and click add your text. Now, something really cool, because we know that the highlights have the circle aspect. And by the way, I'm just going to go real quick into Instagram, just for those of you who are not aware of what an Instagram story is. So here it is. Let's go ahead and click on my profile. And from there, you can see that those are the Instagram story that highlights that I was talking about. So here it is. That's the circle shape and the circle aspect. So once I'm going to go back into Spark, here it is. I have different slides open. We can take advantage of these circular templates of text, which already made inside Spark. This one here in particular is super cool, although it features just the outline. In this case, we do not have a fill, and I want to show you how to edit that. We can do that really quickly by heading into the outline, and from there you can see we can click and activate the outline, and then there is this really cool way in which you can activate transparent text. So once you activate the transparent text, the fill inside of your stroke is going to disappear. So I want to go ahead and say hi in the chat. I can see Karen being in the house. Hi, Karen. Lovely to see you here. Looks like you're hanging out throughout the stream. Make sure to stay and tune in. There are more stream coming up. There is the Daily Creative Challenge as well today, and loads of fun. So fantastic. I'm going to go ahead here and in this case, I'm going to deactivate the transparent text, and you can also go and change the text color. And if you want, you can use the color picker and select the color that is part of our illustration. And then if you also want, we can deactivate the outline. So we actually use the template, but at the same time, we kind of change it in order to adapt the color to our graphics, and we decided not to use the actual outline there. Now, what is left to do for us is to change the name of our graphics. So in this case, I don't know, we can, perhaps write holidays, maybe tutorials, let's see. Or pretty much, anything. If you have sales, what should we do? Tell me in the chat, suggest me what we should do. Should we do a sales shop? Let me know what we should do our first story before. Robert says he's never used this program before. Well, it's super, super cool. Well, let me know in the chat. I know there is a slight delay, but I'm gonna wait a second. What should we do this first highlight for? Is it for a shop? Is it for a design? Let me know in the chat, and I'm gonna type it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this first one for now, and then I can use the suggestion for the next one. Something that is also very useful in the meantime, shop. Ana Clara is saying shop, so we're gonna go ahead and use shop. Is to use the letter spacing. So as you can see, depending on the word that we have, we can use a different letter spacing, and that will allow us to distribute the letters in a more cool way. So it looks that everything is a little bit more organized. Shop. Everybody says shop. So let's go ahead and write shop. And perhaps since we have more space to fill the circle, I'm going to go ahead and write shop twice, which I think is really cool. So now we can go ahead and change the distribution of the spacing of the letters, and maybe something like that I think is quite nice and neat. And we can go a little bit further. So what if we want to add like a little symbol? We can do that. So we can either add it in the text, so we can have a little bit of of a dot, or if you don't want to add it in the text, we can actually add it as a graphic. So we can go ahead into our icons, and perhaps here just maybe do like a circle in order to have a circular shape in the icons. And again, you can choose whatever you want. I kind of like this one with the double circle. I think it's quite cool. And as you can see, it gets automatically added. So again, in this case, it will just be the case of resizing it appropriately, and then perhaps change the color. So again, we can use maybe a lighter blue. Oops, we have selected the text by mistake. I want to make sure that I really go ahead and select my shape. And again, we can change the colors if you want. We can also perhaps use this color here of the background. Again, choose the eyedropper tool in order to keep it consistent. And here it is. We have our shop, and then we can go ahead and create a little dot over there, and we can go ahead and duplicate by clicking on the little plus icon that is here at the top of the menu, or using the shortcut Command D, that will be Control D on Windows, and you can duplicate it as many times as you want, and you can place it on the other side just to make sure that we have access to our little circle on both sides of where it says shop, and that makes it more readable. I don't know if we really need it. I kind of like it without. That's the beauty of working with Spark. You don't have necessarily, to settle with one idea. You can perhaps place the circle in the middle, or maybe just to make it even more like on theme, we can see if there is a shopping bag in our icons. And what I do usually once I create perfect, we have many shopping bags, so we can go ahead and select any shopping bag that you want in order to really make sure that we are clear about the fact that we're talking about shopping. Here it is, and we can actually place that in the middle, and perhaps we can go ahead and resize it using that little bounding box and recolor it. like we did before. I'm going to go ahead and pick the color that is located outside our circles. Fantastic. So here we go. We already created one. What I like to do when I create different version is actually to go ahead and download this specific version. So again, click on download, click on JPEG, and then start download. And then I'm going to also save. So this is going to be shop cover version 1. Oops. I'm just going to put V1 and click on save in whatever destination folder you prefer. And then something else that you can do here is perhaps to create different versions. So I'm going to do one without the actual image, the actual icon, just with the text. And again, all you have to do is to go back and start the download, in this case, just with the text. And I'm going to call this one version 2. So it's just to have, it's nice to have different trials. So what I'll do, I'll then go back inside my Instagram, and then afterwards, and perhaps it's good to center the text as well. And as you can see, you can do that thanks to these lovely alignment tool that we have, pretty much like smart guides. So I'm going to go ahead and overwrite this shop cover number 2. Here it is. So we have one with the text centered, and maybe we can do one where we just have the icon. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and delete the text and go back and just add the shopping bag. So in this case, just we have the icon, because sometimes we do not need the text. And I'm just going to go ahead and download these as the version number 3. Fantastic. So this is just one approach, but what if I want to change the background? So we can go ahead and remove the background. And by the way, something before we move forward here, the beauty of this is just to keep creating different icons. So once we have a fixed background, all we have to do in this case, we have a shopping bag. But what about if we want to like talk about holidays? Maybe we can use an icon. Let's see what comes up if we put holiday inside our icons. You know, maybe we can use an icon with the little palm trees, and we can go ahead and delete the shopping bag, and then again go ahead and to download. And you can do that with the text or with the icons. The beauty is to create consistencies with your illustrations and with your design. So once you choose a specific background, all you have to do is to change the text or change the icon, and that will allow you to create consistency within your Instagram stories. And what if you change your mind? You can always click on the background and then select remove background or replace. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and select remove background, and I'm going to look for something again a little bit different. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and use my own photo. So let me see what happened here. I think I choose remove background of the photo. Make sure that you go ahead and actually delete it there. So I'm going to go ahead and delete everything and click on photos and click on upload photo. So if you have a photo that you want to use, again, the most important thing is that you stick to the 2000 by 2000 pixels, and then you can go ahead and choose any photo you want. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and select our Max cover for this year. And again, that's a great opportunity to remind everybody that Max is coming up next week. So if you haven't done so, make sure to go ahead on max.adobe.com and register. Here it is. max.adobe.com. You can join and register, and I have 3 different sessions here. One is with Karen as well, will be hosting me on Adobe Live with a first take in graphic design. So much more fun. But beyond my session, there are so many labs session, and again, so much fun. Adobe MAX is the conference, the creative conference of the year, one not to miss, free for all and online. And again, as you can see, if you already have an image, all you have to do is to make sure that you place it in the 2000 by 2000 by uploading it on Spark. And then again, you can click on download and start download your image. But I know we have a few minutes. Let's see if we can jump real quick into my phone. I'm going to go ahead and save the cover. One thing that I wanted to show you here is that the beauty of working with Spark is that now all these different covers are also available. And I'm going to go back into the landing real quick so I can move fast into my phone. We can use all this cover directly inside your phone just by uploading it as an image or by using Adobe Spark. So if I go ahead now back inside Adobe Spark in my phone, let's see if I can do that real quick. I want to exit it and then see if we jump into my mobile. Here it is. So once I open my Spark post app, all I have to do is to go back into my post, which is located here at the bottom. And as you can see, we have our post right there ready to go. So that was the last post. We can go ahead and share it, or if we click on the three dots, we will be able to save it inside our image. And in this case, we will need to save it into our image for the particular use of the highlight cover. And for those of you who never worked with the highlights cover before, I'm going to show you real quick how to create a new highlight cover. All you have to do is to click on new or perhaps, in this case, I'm going to create a new highlight story. Your old stories are going to come up. So those are all the stories that I used in the past week. I'm going to go ahead and select all the stories about Max, and then click on next. And now I have this cover with my face, and I really don't want that to be the cover. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on edit cover. And then there is a little photo here at a little image icon, picture icon. So once you go and click on that, you'll be able to browse your library. And as you can see, we have all the lovely covers that we have created in Spark. Here it is. We can choose whatever you want. I'm gonna go ahead and select the first one that we created with the word shop, and click on done. And then you can also resize it as you wish. But I would strongly recommend just to leave the first take that Instagram leaves you, because that's the way, in that way, you know that it's absolutely centered. Again, you can go back and change as many times as you want. In this case, if I want to use the Max image, because I know that those are all going to be Max related posts, you can go and do that at any time and simply click on done whenever you are done with your image. And again, done. As you will see, I'm going to call this one Max 2021. Oops, here it is. And click on add. And as you can see, because we use the correct size, now our highlight is there, available to be seen by everybody, and is coherent with our brand, with our message, and with the stories. But I'm going to jump back real quick again inside your post, because I want to show you how you can actually add and create again this from scratch also in your phone. So what I wanted to show you here, and I'm going to go back, inside the post. So I know that this post is already the right size because we started already with a 2000 by 2000 pixels. All you have to do is to click on edit. And if you want here, for example, you can go back and add a new color background if you wish, and go ahead and click on add. And in this case, you can add different backgrounds, different stickers. If I want to go ahead and select a background, I can browse the same library that I had there. You can see the same graphics that it was available on our desktop is available on the phone as well. So again, you can choose many of these wonderful background, and I'm just going to go ahead and choose the same one just to make sure that we have the same. I'm going to pin it to the background, and in this case I'm going to go ahead and delete the image, and here we are. We can basically real quick do exactly the same thing that we've done. Again, in this case I'm going to go ahead and click on add and go back and select icon. And if you see, again, we're going to use the word shop just because I want to show you how everything is seamless, and exactly you'll be able to create anywhere exactly the same. You can choose any of the icon that you want for your Instagram stories. Just make sure again that you have the correct size, and from there you can adjust the colors and so on. Unfortunately, it's time to go. Again, I'm going to click on done, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you that we can save the image and we can use it real quick. I know I haven't picked a perfect color theme, but again, I wanted to show you that that's now available for us to use. And if we're going to go ahead and edit the highlight, and we can edit the cover, I can browse the images, boom, and it's ready to go. So it literally took me less than a few minutes to create this new highlight. I hope this was useful. I really look forward to see you in a bit for the Daily Creative Challenge in Illustrator. There is so much more fun coming up, so stay tuned. There is a lot of fun at Adobe Live, and I give you a little bit of a sneaky preview for the Creative Challenge. I've created some mockups, some free mockups that you're going to be able to download. You can real quick head to my website, which is iamcloudy.com / resources, and you will be able to access the wallpaper mockup, which we're going to be using today for our daily creative challenge in Illustrator. But go ahead now, grab a glass of water and come back. There is so much more fun, and I'll see you later on for the Illustrator Creative Challenge. Thank you so much for joining me. As usual, it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much, and I will see you very soon. Bye, everybody.